They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home of the Tigers since 1945. And the Golden Bears will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw in the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally tough.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Golden Bears offense will go to work for the first time today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go with a direct snap. Past the first down marker and still running. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Oh, there's the ball. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Here, the coach is calling timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now on second down. Quarterback will keep it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance.
Gonna take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. No huddle here for the offense. After run, now throw. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. No huddle, offense to the line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and we're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
The option look. The pitch. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
He finds his man, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker.
4th and short means I'm going for it nowadays. You see it all over college football. Everybody's using analytics and saying, I'm going to take my chances of going for it rather than punting. So great job by the defense, but you better get that next play ready.
Quarterback keeper. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to be physical. Go out and get it. They did a good job going out and getting that 1 yard.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cal! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback in the first position.
Clemson is quick to the line. The defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He'll do it himself. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. Really nice run there by the Tiger quarterback. And, you know, even the great passers like Trevor Lawrence, remember that great run he had in the postseason against Ohio State. That's a staple of the Tiger attack.
Yeah, that was a 50-plus yard run, and they needed it the most. And that's what you've seen. When the offense doesn't have answers to a lot of other things, they always got the running quarterback. And especially in those critical situations, you see it when they get in the red zone. It's going to be a big area on third down. When I need it, this QB can make things happen.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. It's a draw. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
This time it's complete. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Gets rid of it. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He's got it on the run. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They keep attacking through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play, Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for second down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, California.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He's going up top. And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The run from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Second down coming up. And it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Clemson jumps to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Pressure coming. He's right on target. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. That's the quintessential example of knowing exactly how far you have to get the ball to pick up the first.
And great job by the QB. Understanding the situation, short yardage situation, that ball's got to come out quick. Makes the decision, throws the strike, gets the first down, move the sticks, new set of downs.
They'll go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're facing a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too.
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and 10 just outside the 30. Caught. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield. It's McCormick. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll immediately call timeout. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
Looking to go up top on first down. And that ball is picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Line gets set, first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. Even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking for a huge play. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And the Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got his man. Got enough space. Touchdown, Golden Bears. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds a crease at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
From the gun, the running back has it. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Clemson is quick to the line. To give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Toss to the outside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Quick timeout called on the offense after the play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback keeps it. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's looking to throw it. He wants to go deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have 1 good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make the big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Trying play action. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Nothing but green ahead. The 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
From the gun, the ground game. They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, running back gets the give. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Georgia Tech. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to start this drive with a pass, using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a 1st.
And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Across the 45. And he's running in the open. The tag. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Working that left side now. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Clemson will send the punt team out. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. offense is headed back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced the third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Golden Bears are rolling down the field. Softened them up with a run, and now to throw. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't pegged.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Got his man quickly.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker, a corner, safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, California.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Here's the handoff. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO fired complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He lets it fly. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Bringing it back. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
And he scoops his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Looking to move it through the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Clemson is quick to the line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 3rd. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Okay, Justy, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Fighting off the defender. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. New Mexico State has been blitzed from the opening kick. And as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 24 to Kennesaw State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Holds it in. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
It's another 1st down for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. They're going to throw it again. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt. Fires deep toward the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.